नमस्ते एवरीवन। आप सभी का एक बार पुनः आओ हम सब योग करें ज्ञान यज्ञ में पुनः स्वागत है। आज के हमारे तृतीय सत्र के मुख्य अतिथि व्याख्याता यानी गेस्ट लेक्चर जो हैं डॉक्टर स्नेहा नगीला मैम जी हैं और मैं उनका इस ज्ञान यज्ञ रूपी मंच पर भव्य स्वागत करती हूँ। मैम, आप अब वर्तमान समय में नेचुरोपैथी डिपार्टमेंट में वहाँ की एचओडी हैं, जो कि श्री श्री जो हॉस्पिटल है, आयुर्वेदिक हॉस्पिटल है, उसमें आप एचओडी के रूप में कार्यरत हैं। इसी के साथ मैम ने राजीव गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी से एक्यूपंक्चर, आपका हिप्नोथेरेपी और इसके अलावा मैम ने आपके मेरु चिकित्सा, न्यूट्रिशन साइंस आदि बहुत गहन जो विषय हैं, क्रमबद्ध जो विषय हैं, इनका विशेष अध्ययन मैम ने इस यूनिवर्सिटी से किया है और साथ ही मैम देश विदेश के कई पेशेंट्स को उनकी होल बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर को और होल बॉडी का जो स्वास्थ्य है उनको ट्रीट करती है। जैसे स्पाइनल में किसी की प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है, जैसे स्केलेटल मसल में किसी की प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है, इसके अलावा अन्य कई डिजीजेज होती है, क्रोनिक डिजीजेज होती हैं, जिसमें मैम होल बॉडी जो आपका ट्रीटमेंट है वो देती हैं। मैम एक सिम्टम पे किसी चीज को निर्भर नहीं रहती, चिकित्सा पद्धति में है उनका मानना है कि हमें होल बॉडी को लेकर के चलना है। इसी के साथ मैं अब सभी योग साधकों से निवेदन करती हूँ कि मैम का अपने कमेंट बॉक्स के माध्यम से इस मंच पर स्वागत करें। और मैम आज हमें बताएंगे कि योग और नेचुरोपैथी के बारे में मैम हमें बताएंगी और बताएंगे कि हमारे अंदर जो रोग है, व्याधि है, डिजीज है, वो कैसे एंटर करती है, उसकी रूट क्या है, उसकी जड़ कहाँ है। तो ये सब मैम हमें आज के इस सेशन में बताएगी। आप सभी का इसी के साथ बहुत बहुत स्वागत, अभिनंदन मैम। ओवर टू नाउ।
Namaste Vidya ji and namaste to everyone. I'll be taking in English as my Hindi is so not great. So today I'm here to explain about how and what naturopathy and yoga does, and what all treatments are present in naturopathy and yoga, and what is the root cause of our disease, and why it is very important to understand about the root cause of disease. So we'll start with understanding what is naturopathy. So many of you must have heard about naturopathy, but so many times have a question, what exactly is naturopathy? What exactly naturopathy does? So basically, naturopathy is a holistic approach of healthcare system which works to balance body, mind, and soul. So in simple, in naturopathy, we are not working on one level, we are working on every level to help you in the physical body and emotions, and also with your energy level. Now, how we are working in naturopathy is we integrated traditional healing methods with the modern medical science. So we combine both the traditional and the modern science together to help and treat most of the medical conditions. Now, the first thing that we are going to talk, can the body heal by itself? Many do know, yes, our body can heal by itself, right? So you get any conditions from a small cut to any kind of conditions like maybe Parkinson's condition or some kind of metabolic condition, arthritis, any conditions you take, one thing you should know that our body has ability to heal by itself, right? Now, remember one thing, even if you're going to any kind of doctor, it could be a naturopath, a homeopath, Ayurveda doctor, or allopathy doctor, whatever any doctor is doing, the actual healing is happening not externally, it is happening within you. So when you have this awareness, that is very important for you to continue and enhance the process of healing. Now the next question comes up, why? If our body can heal by itself, why are we still getting many of the conditions? So if our body can heal by itself, why all kind of metabolic conditions? Why right now a lot of viruses are going on, a lot of infections are going on? Why people are dying because of the conditions when we have the capability to heal by itself? right? Now, yes, our body is an amazing system which can heal everything only when you support it in a right way. Let us give an example. Okay, so if here is a person who has a neck pain or a back pain, and he has this neck pain and back pain maybe because of being a software, maybe working in a software company, or maybe some kind of work which where you bend and work for long duration, and you have ended up having arthritis in the neck or back. So do you think the day one when he starts working, he gets his pain? No. It comes after few months or few years. Why is it not starting day one? Because day one also he's working in this way, and after 1 2 years also he's working in the same way. It is because though how much ever abuse we do to ourselves, how much ever we ignore ourselves, how much ever we don't take care of ourselves, still our body is so wonderful that it takes care of us. So day one, you have stiffness, it can help you. Day two, after a month, after 3 months, and then it reaches a level and it says, it gives up. It says, now you have to put some attention. Here, where you, our body brings the awareness to us. So remember one thing, I tell this to all my patients, any kind of condition, emotional or physical, it could be a pain, it could be an infection, it could be anything. It is that our body is communicating with us saying that you are doing something wrong because of which there is an imbalance. So do take care of it. And I tell this everybody that anytime you have any symptoms, do say thanks to it. Say thanks to all your pains, because without that pain, you would never be aware that you have this condition. Without the neck pain or the back pain, you would never go to a doctor. You would never go to search where and why is this happening and how I can heal. So this can happen only because of the pain. You get the awareness that there is something wrong happening, that you are doing something wrong, and immediately you start to search what I can do to fix myself, or what I can do to make myself the better version. So here, anytime you have any symptom, the first thing you should ask is why? Because the best doctor, the best person to say why you have this condition is yourself. When you go to any doctor, how are we telling you, like, or how are we diagnosing any condition is by asking a question. When it started, from what is aggravating. So we are going to ask any question. So same question, ask to yourself. Why is it happening to me? Is it am I eating wrong? Or am I sitting wrong? Or am I doing something wrong? So once you understand this, your body start to heal. And once you understand why, once you change that part in default, it heals. Right? Now, you have a back pain and you're going to a doctor, you take pills, it feels better, and then again you go back to work, again you start to sit like this and work, or again you keep your posture in the wrong, or again you start to eat right. Do you think that's going to work? No, you get the back pain again. You get whatever the arthritis or stiffness again, because you are mostly suppressing the condition than of addressing it. Till the time you get the awareness of why am I getting this condition, till then you cannot come out of it. That's one of the reasons. All the traditional doctors, go to any naturopathic doctor, the first thing we look at is what is the root cause of condition. So when you understand the root cause of condition, your body in default can heal by itself. So we are going to understand much deeper about the root cause of disease. Further, you have any questions, you can drop down and we'll discuss at the end. Now, let's understand about the root cause of disease. So from where is your root cause of disease is starting from? Now, the conditions could start not just because of one reason. So it's not that everybody who smokes has cancer. It's not that everybody who eats wrong has all the conditions. Now, it's that simply says any condition can always not have only one reason. It's a combination of multiple layers. So you might be getting the infection or the pain or a metabolic condition could be a combination of multiple things. Okay, it could be a combination of your food, your energy, and it could be because of your wrong postures, and it's a combination of all of it together. So when you understand from where the root is coming and you address all the roots, that in default gives you a complete healing ability within yourself, right? So let me put about all the causes that you have. Okay, now the first thing is all the chemicals that we are exposing. Now one thing everybody has, the how we can like eliminate it, because it's there everywhere, right? It's there in the water, it's there in the food, it's there in the air, it's there in everywhere. Now we have moved into a zone level where we are living with the chemicals. But what we can do about it is eliminate the maximum exposure towards the chemicals. That means try to avoid all the food which contains the chemicals. Try to eat food which is completely organic, and also avoid water or any kind of cosmetics which have high level of chemicals. So the best thing to do is avoid maximum chemical exposure in everywhere. And the second thing comes is the food habits. Now food has become one of the major reason in this era, the reason that we have different kind of metabolic conditions. You correct your food, all your metabolic conditions can disappear. So here, what are metabolic conditions are all kind of diabetes or hypertension or other kind of autoimmune conditions, and high cholesterol levels, liver conditions, all of them comes under metabolic conditions. So all of them can be corrected just by understanding to turn your food as your medicine. Right? And then next the cause could be a stimulants. Stimulants like all kind of drugs and kind of coffee and teas and refined flours, refined sugars, all of them are stimulants. A lot of research shows by using a lot of stimulants on regular basis could disturb your DNA. And then genetically modified food, all the genetically modified food, they have direct effect on your gene itself. So it's very important to avoid using genetically modified food. And then emotions, how much ever you try to eat organic food and a balanced food and do yoga and everything, but if you're not addressing your emotions, that does affects your whole body. Your emotions can create any condition. You say, I can say, take any condition from fever to a cancer or Parkinson's or metabolic condition. Emotions has effect from 60 to 70%. So when you're addressing any conditions, you need to address emotions that are associated with that condition, and to be aware what kind of emotions that we are suppressing. So the more emotions you suppress, the more diseases you could get. And then electromagnetic waves. So this is one more thing that no one can live without. So even I'm doing this session with the same electromagnetic waves I'm exposing to. So this is something that became a part of everybody's life, to exposing to a lot of electromagnetic waves. But again, it's always important to be yourself without any kind of gadgets. At least a duration of a time in a day is really important to make your body relaxed. So now when you see a disease, as I just mentioned, it cannot be just because of chemical, just because of diet, just because of emotions. It's always associated with a combination of all of them. Along with that, you have genetical predisposition. So what does it mean? It's not that if your parents have diabetes, you get diabetes. If they have autoimmune conditions, you have autoimmune condition. I see many of patients coming into my chamber and say that, doctor, my mom has diabetes, so I have it. No, it's totally wrong. Remember, you just have a predisposition towards these conditions. That means there are tendency for you to get this condition only if you don't take care of yourself well. That means if you're having a very bad lifestyle, the first condition that you can expect that you would get is what conditions your parents had. Because your genes already has the experience of it, so that condition could come up first. But it does not mean all of us do get all the conditions that our parents had. So just that means it's only we have predisposition towards the condition. And the last another thing, the cause of the condition could be injuries and accidents. These are the reasons that you have different kind of conditions. Now, the important thing over here is to understand from where we are carrying this condition. Now, only when you address that part of your body, that part of yourself, that will help you to heal by yourself. I just wanted to put one more thing over here, which is about the bacteria and viruses or the microorganisms, because that is something that everybody thinks these days, that you are getting conditions, infections because of bacteria and viruses, right? So one of the root cause of disease could be a bacterial infection. A huge thing came up in 1930s, 1940s. Before that, this bacteria concept wasn't there. Not wasn't there, but the antibiotic concept wasn't there. So the root cause of disease, all conditions are because of bacteria. The concept came up in almost 3 centuries before. But let me put some information about it, some understanding about it. Remember, germs do not cause disease. They are only the result of unhealthy conditions. Let me give an example. You keep a room with a lot of dirt and a room completely clean. So which room do you find bacterial growth? Which room you don't find? The room which has the dirt, which has a lot of different kind of garbage or whatever, can have the bacterial growth, but the other room which is clean and neat would not have any bacterial growth. Why is that? So this simple example tells us that bacteria or unhealthy bacteria and viruses can grow in our body only if we be a good host. Only if we support our body, support the bacteria and viruses to grow healthily, then they grow. If at all our body is unhostile, like if it is not comfortable for the bacteria to grow, if our body is so clean, so good, if our immunity is strong, do you think the bacteria grows in our body? No. So now who is creating? So you take 2 bacteria or the viruses and put in 2 persons, okay, 2 people, just inject them. One person would not have any symptoms. It's like you don't even find they showing any symptoms, but the other person would show very terrible symptoms. And you give that to the other person, maybe shows much bad that the death could happen. So why is it that same bacteria, same dosage you gave to 3 members, but 3 of them will experience different symptoms? Because 3 of them have different internal condition. So when you create a happy zone for your bacteria to go, when your body has a lot of toxicity, when your body has a lot of chemicals, a lot of poisons, or a lot of unwanted substances, then the bacteria will feel very happy to grow there, and it grows. And now we blame at whom? The bacteria. So until unless you don't heal your body, until unless you understand that bacteria or virus cannot do anything to us when our immunity or our body is completely fine to fight with it, till then, nothing going to change. Once you understand and change yourself, don't let your body be in so good condition to grow a bacteria. The bacteria cannot grow, a virus cannot grow, because I told you, our body can heal by itself. So let's understand a little more about it. Remember, these bacteria are not there just today or tomorrow or yesterday. It's been there before us. It's been there on earth forever, and we cannot be sustained on this earth without all these microorganisms that you are seeing around. Okay, we cannot live. They are a part of our life. And they, in our body, we have 70, I can say 50%, like the whole body function goes in harmony in a very good way only when our bacterial growth is healthy. If there is a lot of research shown, they take the mice and they remove all the bacteria, they make it completely germ-free mice. They make it as, they say it as germ-free. That means all the germs from the mice in the research labs removed, and they saw the mice cannot live long. That they sometimes they even die just very quick. So they give some kind of chemicals or drugs to remove all kind of germs or bacteria and viruses from the body. Immediately they find that bacteria is dead. Sorry, the mouse is dead. That clearly says that our body, our health is maintained just because of the bacteria. I mean to say the germs has a very major role to keep our body healthy and happy. All these germs, you know how wonderful they are. They are just like, let me talk about little about the gut, in our gut germs, all the microorganisms present in our gut. You know, the microorganism present in our gut does a lot of work. They are the one responsible for proper sleep, proper digestion of the food, proper absorption of the food, proper transport of your food, and also to produce a lot of hormones. If you want to stay happy, you need to have a good bacteria in the stomach. Okay, if you take a strong drug or chemical and remove all the gut bacteria, immediately your energy drops and you feel weak, you feel lethargy, even though you eat wonderful food. If you don't have bacteria in the gut, it cannot digest, it cannot absorb, and you don't feel energy at all. Because that is the one which is helping you to digest, absorb, and to produce some kind of hormones and some kind of enzymes which makes you feel happy. The serotonin, which is called happy hormone, produce 70% because of with the support of your gut microorganisms. So I just wanted to put this for everybody to understand, to not be scared of any kind of germs, any kind of bacteria and viruses. Keep yourself strong enough, improve your immunity, and make your body strong enough to fight any kind of unhealthy bacteria comes in. That's all is enough. Your body can heal by itself. Do not blame it external thing, and believe about your internal healing ability. Okay, now the other example I can give is about germs. Whenever you keep your body, let me give you a simple example. Take an example of your garden. Okay, so you put some compost in your garden. Take about any garden, you put some compost. And what happens to the compost? Immediately bacteria grows in the compost, that bacteria kills, breaks down all the components of this and goes inside, and that helps the plant or the tree to grow good, and that gives us fruits and vegetables and everything, right? So we eat that fruits, and the waste of that fruits again you throw, and again the same bacteria will help you to break down the waste product and turn that again into the mulch. So everything is on earth is not constant. It just changes from one thing to the other thing. So the same fruit on the tree can fall down and become compost to the same plant, or the same tree. right? So all this process happens with the bacteria, and bacteria has the ability to change its work or function depending upon the just like, for example, you take a mother. So at home, she takes care of the family and children, and she takes care of the house, and when she goes to work, she's the one again becomes whatever she's doing at work. So everybody, we change ourselves according to where we are and what are our duties. The same way, even a bacteria can change to one shape, one function to the other function. Basically, it helps you, supports your body to heal by itself. When you give a proper conditions and proper support for it to grow well. Now, let's go to the next topic about the basic principles of naturopathy. So what in naturopathy that we do? The first principle of naturopathy is do no harm. So do not do any harm to your body in any which way, in every level, in emotional level, in physical level, in energy level, and identify and treat the root cause of disease and understand the healing power in the body. And usually in naturopath, doctors be the teachers. So anybody comes, the first thing that I do is make you understand why did you get this condition, from where it has started, and how you can heal or how your body can heal by itself. So when you understand about the condition, about how it heals, it's much easier for you to go through this process and accept yourself. And the last important thing is treating the whole person. When you have neck pain, it does not mean you have pain only in the neck. When you have migraine, it does not mean you have pain only in the head. Every cell in your body, every tissue in your body, every organ in your body is connected. So you cannot think you can just cure one part of your body. To help you to heal completely, you need to heal completely, not just one symptom, but everything in your body. Okay, so you come with any condition, maybe fever, or you come with any pain or autoimmune condition, it does not matter. We do put attention on your whole body to correct and to improve and enhance your ability of healing. And the last and the most important thing is do not wait till you get a condition. Work on preventing, then focus on preventing, then of curing any conditions, then of waiting till you till you let that condition become a chronic disease in your body. Now, let's go to the next part of is yoga. And I'm sure everybody around the world knows about yoga, especially from past few, like 15, 20 years. Yoga has become a huge thing around the world. Everybody around the world at least knows the word of yoga, right? But it's really important to understand yoga does not mean just a posture or just doing some exercise or asanas. And I'm sure many of you do already know or attending this session now. Yoga is a lifestyle. Yoga is itself is complete. It teaches. It is a way of life. It tells us how to live. Now, one of the part that I'm going to explain in yoga today is Panchakosha theory. So as my topic today, I'm talking mostly about the root cause of disease. So Panchakosha theory is something that explains about it. So those of you who don't understand what is Panchakosha theory, I'm sorry I'm not able to share the screen for you to show the pictures and explain verbally really well for you to understand. So what is Panchakosha theory is, this is for those who don't know anything about yoga or never heard about Panchakosha theory, I'll tell from the basics. So according to yogic literature, our body has 5 levels. Okay, that is called Annamaya Kosha, which is body level, and next is Pranamaya Kosha, which is energy level, Manomaya Kosha, which is mind, Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is intellect or intelligent or discriminant. And the last one is Anandamaya Kosha. So only when be able to achieve balance in body, energy, mind, and intelligence. Only then we will be able to reach the level of bliss, that is, which is called Manipulative. So, according to yoga or according to yoga naturopathy, we need to address all the condition in every level. Um, Let me give an example of disturbance in the mind or emotion. Suppose you feel maybe resistant to any change. How a resistance to change in your mind could lead to a pain in the body. Let me explain about you to understand how our body, mind, and energy is connected. Okay, so take an example of we are moving. A person is moving from one city to the other city. It's a totally new city. Immediately, what happens if the person is not easy moving? The first thing is he start to feel not good. He start to change, resist change in the life. Change, like when you move to a completely different place, a lot of changes happens. So when you do not accept the change, when you resist the change in your life, this emotion can resist or block the change in the energy system. So once the change happens in the energy system, once the energy flow in the body start to block, immediately a blockage or resistance happens in your joints or in your muscles. Okay, and your muscles and the bones and the ligaments start to become resist. The more you resist the change in the mind, in the thought, the more physically you have resistance in the body. So when do you think you will come out of this pain or stiffness? And this could even lead to a arthritis. So stiff muscles and stiff bones. So if you have stiff muscles and stiff bones, lack of circulation to your bones and ligaments, and then lack of circulation due to lack of nutrients, and immediately every part in your body start to become weak and lead to arthritis. So all the stiffness in the body is you are resisting something. So once you accept this change in your life, once you accept this emotion, what can you see immediately is you will be able to see feeling ease with your stiffness. So healing is always getting aware of the change. Healing is always being accepting the change. Healing is always being aware and accepting the change and understanding how you need to manage. So once you do that, healing can happen. So once you change, once you clear your mind, your energy gets better, your body gets better. So in vice versa, you have very bad food habits. Immediately your physical body gets disturbed, your energy gets disturbed, it goes to your mind and then your intellect. So you cannot be peaceful. You won't understand how to decide. A lot of confusion happens. So once you correct your physical body through the food you take, it's the reason it is called you are what you eat. It's because the kind of food that you eat, the way you start to think, because it's all connected. So this is in brief, I've explained about the Panchakosha theory. So we thought of the root cause of disease and how each level in our body is connected and why it is important to address every angle. Okay, understand the root cause of disease, and treating the root cause of disease is the only way you can give a permanent solution for any kind of conditions that you have in your life, in your body, and in your emotions. And the last topic that I'm going to talk today is just briefing out about what treatments we have in naturopathy. It's a huge confusion. Many have what is naturopathy. Some do think naturopathy is just about diet. Some do think it's only about the manipulative therapies. Remember, naturopathy is integration of all kind of traditional healing therapies. So what are those treatments? The first thing, as I said, is a food. Over here, the medicine is your food. To eat your food as a medicine, you do not need to take any kind of medicines. So we correct your body by correcting, we make a medicine by correcting the way you eat, what you eat, when you eat, and how are you eating food. Even just by changing the way you are eating, that changes everything in you. The faster you eat, the more chance you get metabolic condition. The slower you eat, the low chance your body gets any kind of metabolic conditions. The slower you eat, the more aware when you're eating, the more easy your food can absorb and digest. So in that way, we are in naturopathy, it's all about correcting how you eat, what kind of combination is good, what kind of combination of food should not be taken. Is one of the major and the first treatment that I can say that everybody should start with. It does not matter what condition you have. Look at your food. What are you eating? If you correct your food, 50% of the conditions will disappear by itself. And the second thing is fasting. I know if anybody of you have experienced any kind of naturopathy hospitals have been to or come to naturopathy doctor, you must have experienced that the first thing or one of the major things that we make you do is put you on a fast. That means you're not eating certain time for food for particular duration of time. Why is that? In a simple way, I can say the best way to detox your body is fasting. I cannot say anything can win to it. There is no medicine and nothing is equal to, I'm talking about physical detox, even the emotional detox can happen with fasting. One of the reasons it's there in most of the religious practices around the world. Fasting is a part just because in ancient time, people are aware through fasting, our body can be in a healthy state. If our body is in a healthy state, it's much easy for us to go in our spiritual path easily. That's one of the reasons there in everything. So in fasting, what happens is our body has something called autophagy. So autophagy is something like a cleaning mechanism, just like a vacuum cleaner. How you take a vacuum cleaner and clean whole house, the same way phagocytes work. So these phagocytes goes inside and cleanses everything, which can get activated through fasting. This system of detox can be activated through fasting. And it does not mean the fasting you can do in any which way. There is a very huge information, like it's really important to do fasting in the right way. If you do fasting with the tea, coffee, and if you do fasting with the wrong food habits, there is no good you're doing to your body. Rather, you are harming yourself. Many do occasionally fasting, but they eat a lot of drink a lot of coffee, teas or milk and other kind of stimulants. So by doing such kind of coffees for such kind of fasting will help you in no ways. Okay, so basically fasting helps you not only in the physical level, it also helps you to cleanse your emotions and energies. The other treatments, if you use treatment with the water treatments, so water is so basically we use all kind of 5 elements, the treatments which are associated with the 5 elements, because we are come from this nature and we believe the nature knows how to heal our body, the nature knows how to support our body to heal by itself. So a lot of water therapies we use, a lot of herbal therapies. So naturopathy is a combination of water therapies and mud, different kind of herbal packs, and also manipulative therapies. What are manipulative therapies? All kind of chiropractic or osteopathy, massages, all of them comes under manipulative therapies. Remember, as I said, all the treatments that you take going to not just affect for one condition or one level. Even you take a food or you take a manipulative therapies or you take an acupuncture or herbal medicine, they all are helping in each level to support your body to heal. And the other treatments that we use in naturopathy is all kind of acupuncture, cupping therapies. I'm sure many of you are not aware of some of the treatments that I'm saying, but this is talk to make you get aware about what treatments are available. What treatments comes under naturopathy. and something called blood therapies or cupping therapy, and we also use colon hydrotherapy and reflexology like acupressure and other treatments. So when anytime you have a condition, we need to integrate all the herbal medicines and diet and water and manipulative therapies, and integratedly we are helping you to address all the level to enhance our own healing mechanism in the body. If you have any questions, you can drop it down. And I will be ending my session, my talk with this. I could cover most of the things in brief. If you have any questions, you can drop down, and I'll be explaining you as much as I can now.
यस मैम, क्वेश्चन डाल रखा है स्क्रीन पर है मैम क्वेश्चन.
Ma'am, you have all vegetables, injuries. Would you get? Okay, how do we get free from ourselves from chemicals? Somebody asked this question. As I said, in the beginning itself, we are surrounded with a lot of chemicals. So try to choose to take organic fruits and try to grow if you have space. Mostly fruits and vegetables that you can grow by yourself. And there are a lot of methods by which you can at least clean your vegetables, the chemicals and pesticides from your vegetables. So you can follow such kind of procedures to at least reduce the effect of chemicals. Now, many do say that it's very difficult to find organic fruits and vegetables. You need to start searching for it. They are available. Maybe they are little costlier than otherwise, but they will help you a lot to support your body, to prevent from many of the conditions that you get actually because of pesticides.
Any other question? यदि किसी स्टूडेंट का योग साधक का कोई क्वेरीज है तो आप मैम से शेयर कर सकते हैं अपनी क्वेरीज को. जैसा कि मैम ने हमें बताया कि नेचुरोपैथी के बारे में बताया था कि नेचुरोपैथी से उन्होंने बताया कि रोगों की रूट क्या है, और फिर मैम ने बताया हमें कि योग में जो रोगों की रूट उन्होंने कैसे बताई कि जो पंचकोशा है इनके दूषित होने से, मनोमय के इसके दूषित होने से रोग हमारे अंदर एंटर करते हैं. इस प्रकार मैम ने हमें नेचुरोपैथी की कुछ थेरेपीज के बारे में बताया था कि जैसे वाटर थेरेपी हो गया, अगर किसी का डाइजेशन अच्छे से नहीं हो रहा है तो उसको हम उपवास रखा सकते हैं, फास्टिंग थेरेपी उसे दे सकते हैं, और टाइम टू टाइम हमें भोजन करना है. और अपनी बॉडी, जो हमारी बॉडी है वही हमारा क्या है, चिकित्सक है. हमारी बॉडी ही हमारी चिकित्सक ही मैम ने हमें बताया था. इसी के साथ मैं मैम का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करूंगी अपना बहुमूल्य समय देने के लिए और हमें इतना यूजफुल नॉलेजफुल सेशन शेयर करने के लिए. थैंक यू सो मच मैम. यदि किसी स्टूडेंट्स की, किसी योग साधक की कोई क्वेरीज है तो आप मैम से शेयर कर सकते हैं. मैम को एक्यूपंक्चर का भी बहुत अच्छा ज्ञान है. मैम अपने पेशेंट्स को एक्यूपंक्चर, हिप्नोटाइज थेरेपी और इसके अलावा नेचुरोपैथी से, योग से स्वस्थ करने में काफी निपुण हैं. तो आप भी अपने प्रॉब्लम्स मैम से शेयर कर सकते हैं. यदि किसी के मन में कोई क्वेश्चन आ रहा हो तो आप मैम से शेयर कर सकते हैं. थैंक्स मैम, आपका थैंक्स कर रहे हैं सभी लोग. कोई क्वेरीज नहीं, सबको बहुत समझ में आ गया शायद, लगता है सबको सब कुछ समझ में आ गया है. 1 महीने से सब लोग योग कर रहे हैं तो शायद लगता है कि अब कोई डिजीज बाकी नहीं है. ओके, थैंक यू मैम. इस नाइस सेशन के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैम. और आज का तृतीय सेशन यहीं पर समाप्त होता है. धन्यवाद आप सभी का. थैंक यू मैम.
धन्यवाद.